Hello, my name is Susan Graham. I'm a certified elder law attorney in Boise, Idaho, and I have a business called Senior Edge Legal. Today, what I want to talk to you about is, do you want to be independent for the rest of your life and also not be a burden? Close to 100% of my clients tell me that that's the first thing they're concerned about being in retirement. So that's cool, and I think that's an appropriate goal for all of us. But you have to participate. You just can't sit in your chair and wish and it's going to happen. Let me give you some examples that have occurred in the last 3 months for some of my clients. One of my clients was an elderly lady. She lived alone. She was perfectly independent. She drove, she did gardening, she cooked meals, she went out to movies with her friends, and so forth. She had a wide circle of friends and family. One day, she got real ill in the middle of the night, got up, and started bleeding. And as she walked to the bathroom, she left handprints against the wall that were blood covered, excuse me, and fell down in the base in the bathroom and died. There was a pool of blood on the floor. No one discovered that for days. Why? Because she didn't have a safety net for herself. She did not have a daily call with the same one person. Call, phone call, email, and a text, some contact with the same individual person. And because of that, nobody knew, and it was days before her body was discovered. Another client of mine was unstable and needed to walk with a walker or a cane. And either one, the walker would have been better, but nonetheless, in his own home, he had a bedroom downstairs with a bath, but he also had a bedroom upstairs with a bath, and he preferred that. He got up and crossed the room from his bedroom to the bathroom because he was in the middle of the night. He fell down the stairs. He just tripped and fell down the stairs. At the bottom of the stairs, there was no one else in the home with him. He fortunately had a phone in his pocket and called, and someone came, and he ended up in a nursing home for the rest of his lives because he could no longer walk. The third one happened just this last week. A client of mine was out gardening, and she carried a watering can and down a brick path that was a little uneven, and she tripped. She hit her head on the bricks and was unconscious for a while. She had an alert, but she left the alert on the kitchen counter because she thought it made her look old and she didn't want to bother anybody anyway. What happened was finally she came out of this, having knocked herself out and decided, oh, I still won't bother anybody. And somehow she managed to get into a car and drive to a friend's house. That's a miracle in itself that she was able to do all this on her own and not end up in another accident. The friend, and of course my client was very light about the issue and said, oh, it's not a big deal, but I did fall down. And the friend took my client to the friend's doctor. And that office at least had plenty of sense to say, no, you need to go to the emergency room. We'll call an ambulance, or the friend could drive her to the emergency room, which is what happened. So, what's the repeating theme in all this? The theme is you have a responsibility. We each have a responsibility. If we truly want to be independent and not a burden to others for the rest of our lives, we've got to do something about it. So, at a minimum, if you live alone, you need a daily call with the same one person. And a call, again, could be a text or an email or whatever, and make it about the same time. So, if that contact does not occur, then that individual will take the steps necessary to see that you're okay. The other version is also, if you need an alert, wear an alert. You know, don't, who cares if you look old? I mean, my gosh, you're not 20. You're not going to look like you're 20. And we're talking about, making certain that you're safe. That's what you want, and that's what the people that care about you want. There are all kinds of different versions of an alert. Talk to your medical people, and they can make some suggestions for you what might be appropriate for you. But you've got to pitch in. You have to do what is necessary to be sure that you take the right steps so that you can live independently and safely the rest of your life. And by doing that, you also won't be a burden to others. It would be my pleasure to help you if you have problems with this or some other areas relating to your estate planning. So just contact my office. That information is on this website and part of the buttons that you had to click to be able to access this email and this video. So thank you very much. Hope this has been a help to you.